Awe maar se kinders. Kijk hier, kom eens kijken met dingen die pad het. Ik is een groot Kendrick Lamar fan. Nee? Ik zal niet zeggen dat ik is een Drake fan niet, maar songs van hem waarvan ik hou, so Stay Scheming waar hij feature, Church met hom en Meek Mill. En dan is daar nog zo'n song van A$AP Rocky, Kendrick Lamar, Drake en 2 Chainz. Like, die is song so like anyway. No offense to the Drake fans, maar ik is net een groot Kendrick Lamar fan, my bro. En Kendrick heeft 4 districts gedropt, my bro. 4. Maar anyway, Kiki, welkom terug bij die Waldon PAUL REACTS channel. Baie dankie voor die nieuwe subscribers. En yo man, ons move. Anyway, Kendrick Lamar, Euphoria breakdown, every Drake diss explain. Die is die eerste Drake diss track wat Kendrick gedropt het. En die internet het mal geraakt, my bro. Like, ik wou reaction doen op het, maar het is like, nee man, het is like copyright en allerlei klom nonsense, want het is like, ja, anyway. Maar, let's go into this one en dan luister ons, wat is die rare breakdown van Euphoria. Ik meen Euphoria betekent mos like, die is op een high, maar is heel dit op een high. Ik denk dat is wat Euphoria betekent. Maar anyway, let's go into this one.
Kendrick just responded to Drake's push-ups, so you know what time it is. Here's a straightforward breakdown of every single line on the new diss. The whole point of the diss is that Drake is putting on this tough guy persona that really represents everything that he's modest. Just watch this clip of Drake making fun.
Oh ja, en ik is ook bezig om like different angles uit te check om like bij die rechte angle uit te komen. So moet nie worry nie.
Of Toronto slang.
Yeah, yo, so man's like you were going to that, and then just means like the group.
That's interesting.
It's not. It's really ignorant.
Meanwhile, in his music, he bites every single accent and musical style known to man.
Habibti, please, ana akid, inte wana akhla.
Kendrick flips this line.
What the fuck is this, a 20v1, nigga?
To come after his ghostwriting with this line.
Ain't 20v1, it's 1v20 if I gotta smack niggas that right with you.
And the whole song.
It's not 20v1, it's 1v20. If I gotta smack niggas that rights with you.
Song feels like a warning shot that Kendrick knows more about Drake's Diddy-like, Michael Jackson-like behavior. With the name of the song being Euphoria, a reference to the hit show that Drake executive produced with Sam Levinson. That's controversial for really sexual.
Yo, why you al die goed? Hoe Kendrick Lamar die ding georchestreerd het in zijn mind, man? Want Euphoria is ook een show op die TV waar Drake ook executive producer van is. Maar bro.
Sexualizing high school. Let's go line by line. That first sample at the beginning, everything they say about me is true if you reverse it.
Everything they say about me is true!
It's a reference to the original Wizard of Oz, starring Michael Jackson.
Everything they say about me is true! I'm a phony!
Kendrick's trying to remind us that Drake is an actor. He's just playing the part and he doesn't really belong in rap or the culture. This is a reference to Drake saying this on For Free.
I must have the superpowers.
And he comes after Drake for being morally corrupt, for not being a good role model to his child and to the people that follow him.
You're moving just like a degenerate.
He's 37, still living like he's in his 20s or in college. The only child he has is with a porn star.
We hate the bitches you fuck cause they confuse themselves with real women.
Pretending to be this mafia-connected dark figure in rap is the only thing he has going for him, while Kendrick has a whole family and is trying to raise his son.
Ik denk die gaan ook sommer vir die Afrikaanse rappers ook, wat hy persona wil voorgee dat hulle gangsters is en hy van gunne praat en bla bla bla. No offense. Maar as jy van die goed praat in jou lyrics, moet jy dit regtig doen, maar as 'n kinders. En dis wat die ou probeer verduidelik is dat Drake praat van hy's 'n gangster en hy's ge-involved met mafia en bla bla bla, maar hy's nie 'n pa vir sy kindie. Daai goed alle mense in, my bro. So jy moet versigtig wees as jy hulle lyrics skryf.
That's whole shit. I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that.
Kendrick warns him not to lie about him and Whitney's relationship because he's already been honest about it on his album. And with this reference to the Heart Part 4, which we now know is about Drake.
But don't tell no lie about me. I won't tell the truth about you.
My fans can't wait for me to son your punk ass.
Comparing the two of them to fashion icons. FUBU is for us, by us, it really belongs to and is for the culture. Tommy Hilfiger, on the other hand, there are rumors that he's racist, and he didn't approve of the hip-hop industry embracing his brand. The goal of Kendrick's music, especially his older albums, are to inspire revolutionary change. While here he says that Drake makes music for kids, and in a creepy way.
You make music that pacify 'em.
Alright, part 2 of the song, After the Beat Switch. We get this interesting double entendre about MJ.
Got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house like I'm Joe K.
He had a pet rat growing up, and then he made a song for a movie called Ben that was about a pet rat. Michael Jackson's dad is Joe Jackson, so he's calling Drake his son here. But then obviously Joe Biden also has a Benjamin and Jackson in his house. Ben Franklin and Andrew Jackson.
Everybody wanna be demon till they get chipped by your throwaway.
This line implies that the song Like That was just a throwaway, referencing Future's middle name, Demon, and Future's song Throwaway, but also implying he's not afraid of Drake sharing whatever he knows about Kendrick like he said he would do on Push-Ups.
This ain't even.
Ik denk Drake het ook met Future zijn ex-meisie ook geslapen. En dan, like hulle noem het mos a throwaway, you know? You slept with someone that I used to sleep with. So that's a throwaway. Ik denk dis ook wat Kendrick ook refer, of misschien zei die ook dit.
Everything I know don't wait the demon up.
This Never Have I Ever flow, another reference to high school and possible inappropriate relationships with minors.
Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, nigga, let's play.
And he brings up tough situations related to violence and legal battles in his life to show that he isn't acting. He admits his defeats and struggles like he did on Mr. Morale.
Have you ever watch your enemy down like with a poker face?
While Drake is setting himself up for failure because he created this persona that never loses, but still somehow we're supposed to believe came from a tough upbringing.
Well, I have, and I felt that both, but I came out straight.
That 500.
Sampa soos in hy battle by 8 Mile waar M&M ook want dit voel vir my so daai ou wat ek kan nou sy naam onthou nie. If the Free World was hulle gang se naam en daai ou was like M&M het gekom uit like poverty uit, you know. En daai ou het als gehad, hy het even na 'n private school toe gegaan. Sy naam was Clarence gewees. Sy ma en pa is nog steeds getroud. Maar hy het die persona, gangster persona gehad, maar wat als 'n fake was. Het was 'n fraud. En ek is amper so dieselfde situation wat Kendrick en Drake, of wat Drake kom nou in van die fake persona wat die hele tyd like voorgee aan ons.
$100,000 line is also a reference to when Drake settled a sexual assault claim with $530,000.
Have you ever paid $500,000 like to an open case?
Here he explains why Drake's empty threats when it comes to violence really bother him because he's seen the real impact and it's disrespectful to real victims.
I hate when a rapper talk about guns, then somebody die, they turn into nuns, then hop
It's also kind of a shot at Drake for being so obsessed with social media.
online like pray for my city, he faking for likes and digital hugs.
Kendrick argues that Birdman used to do the same thing to try to associate with Wayne for that image, and it runs in the family and was passed down to Drake.
His daddy a killer, he wanna be Junior, they must have forgot the shit that they done.
Here he references the Tupac ring that Drake owns,
Somebody had told me that you got a ring.
claiming he would pay double for it just to reverse the disrespect that Drake did to him with his AI verse.
Like daai was regtig disrespect gewees van Drake, waar Drake like AI's gebruik het om Tupac se stem te maak, en dan ook Snoop Dogg as it like Tupac, wat Drake featuring Snoop Dogg en Tupac waar hulle nou vir Kendrick dis. Hy was 'n low blow hy gewees en hy weet dat Kendrick is 'n groot Tupac fan, my bro. Toe Kendrick even like ek het nou die dag 'n video gekyk waar hy sê dat toe hy jonger was, toe hy like 5 jaar oud was, toe het hy gesien, toe het hy vir Tupac vir die eerste keer gesien 'n music video skiet in sy neighborhood. Toe het sy pa hom op sy skouers gesit terwyl hy sy idol staan en kyk, my bro. Ja, hy was regtig 'n low blow van Drake. Ek dink dis hoekom Kendrick so lelik deurgekom het met hy 4 districts.
Dead, then let a Canadian nigga make Pac turn in his grave.
And then he finally explains his problem with Drake and Cole.
There's 3 ghosts left, and I see 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage.
He wants the crown to himself and is ready to come for anyone, whether they're close to him or
I
not.
love her to death, and in 8 bars I'll explain that phrase.
like YNW Melly allegedly did.
I pray they my real friends, if not, I'm YNW Melly.
Here he kind of expresses that he doesn't care about the GOAT debate, he just genuinely hates Drake.
It's not about who the greatest, it's always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hater.
He hates his persona, he hates the way that his voice changes every time you speak to him.
I don't wanna talk on no selling.
You might be able to sell those accents to the fans, but you can't sell them to Kendrick.
There's no accent you can sell me.
Then he references Drake's beef with Pharrell, which I made this short about that you could watch, but essentially, Drake bought a Pharrell chain at an auction to fuck with Pusha because Pharrell was getting in the middle of the beef, saying he didn't want it to happen. He talked about all that in Meltdown, and also wears the chain in his video for Jumbotron Shit Poppin'. Kendrick is basically saying, why are you beefing with Pharrell when you haven't even...
Yo, mens kan regtig my bro, dis regtig waar. Like Drake doen die goed net vir social media. Drake doen al die goed net om relevant te bly. Like regtig my bro, like imagine jy so groot ster dat doen jy like sulke like dis like Drake is al wat 37 as ek korrek is of 39 en hy doen nog like die petty goed my bro. As jy sê jy's 'n goat, dan moet jy soos 'n goat optree en like you know tree so 'n goat op, tree soos 'n ek is nou al 'n OG in die game, so tree soos 'n OG op, you know. Nog tyd hier vir flashy goed en wat so ever nie.
even won your beef with Pusha T.
Call that pushing P. Let me see you push the T.
And he's warning him that this is going to be a lot tougher than the Pusha beef.
You better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me.
Calling Pusha by his government name to compare himself to Terrence Crawford, the boxer.
He's Terrence Thornton, I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet.
Whooping feet is LA slang for beating someone up so bad that you knock them out of their shoes. And that line kind of stands out a little bit on purpose, because if Drake has to go look that up, it proves Kendrick's point. It's the point that he makes with the Crody flow.
I be at Newhall King eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy, Crody.
He lists off all these things that are native to Toronto culture, but just makes them sound really stupid, which explains why Drake didn't feel like he could come in authentically and be accepted in rap.
Tell them run to America to imitate heritage. They can't imitate this violence.
Kendrick, on the other hand, was past the torch. He represents the West Coast, and he represents a continuation of a real rap heritage.
How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough?
This line is a double entendre referencing both facial features because of the rumors that Drake got a nose job, and features from artists, which Drake often uses to solidify what Kendrick sees as a fake persona.
Yachty can't give you no swag neither. I don't give a fuck about who you hanging with.
Kendrick doesn't even have any hate for Yachty here. He's just saying that Yachty is the newest rapper Drake is using to stay relevant and cool. This line is a reference to Diddy punching Drake in the face at a party.
You gon' make a nigga bring back Puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crashed something.
Is actually baie waar wat Kendrick sê nie. As jy net dink aan like dink gou net aan al die features wat Drake gedoen het. Is altyd die mense hy feature altyd op die songs wat like gaan he always features the songs that are topping the charts. He's always a feature on that. Wat sy ou se naam wat ook drill music doen van wat is hy ou se naam? C Central? Drake is op sy song waar hy 'n letterlike UK accent het, my bro. Nee man. Nee, Drake is heel like Drake Nee. En ek dink ook dis die rede hoekom J. Cole homself ook onttrek het uit die hele Kendrick beef uit. Want J. Cole het geweet, my bro, waarin Kendrick Lamar in staat is, my bro. En al die Drake fans, julle kan maar nou wat even sê. Nee? Drake het geen classic albums nie. Geen classic albums nie. Sê vir my in die comments wat 'n classic album het Drake. Want Kendrick het. Ja? Kendrick het hoeveel albums het Kendrick? Good Kid, Mad City? Daar's even voor daai ook is daar mixtapes soos K-Dot. Daar's 'n mixtape Carter 4 C4. Daar is even daar is 'n album 86. En dan is daar Good Kid, Mad City. Daar is To Pump a Butterfly, daar is Damn, en dan is Mr. Morale en The Big Steppers. Maar regtig my bro, Drake is op elke like ek het al gewoond, Drake is soos Kevin Hart. Oral my bro. Like om net relevant te bly. Hulle is bang mense vergeet van hulle. They are scared that people might forget about them. Die man het genoeg geld my bro. Maar ek wonder ek weet nie of het julle daai nuwe song gehoor waar Drake ook feature Wagwan, Delilah. Ga check net daar uit, my bro.
He's kind of saying he doesn't even need to do anything to Drake to debunk his tough guy persona because the rest of the industry has already done it for him. He references the rumors about Drake's ab surgery, and V12 is a double entendre here because that's a machine used for that surgery.
Didn't tell him where you get your abs from. V12 is a fast one.
This line was a really clever reference to Control, the first time that Kendrick ever actually called out Drake.
Name as soon as you jump off of that plane, bitch.
And he basically listed off all the things you're better off doing than dissing Kendrick.
You're better off trying to skydive out the exit window of 5G.
In the rest of these lines, we learned that Drake took out a cease and desist for the song Like That.
Try cease and desist on a Like That record.
He calls out Drake's alleged BBL.
When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches.
Let me know what I missed down below, and as always, subscribe for breakdowns of every song in this beef. I'm looking forward to Drake's response.
That was one of the main things I had to tell him from the jump. Like, hey, don't.
Yo, shout out Pearl Fountain. Hy was 'n nice breakdown. Hy was nou like regtig baie nice om te kyk. Maar anyway, wat dink julle? Thumbs up vir Kendrick. Comment vir Drake. Anyway, is Daima maar se kinders.